Good morning, children. Today we will start a new chapter, that is chapter number 9, India, its forests and wildlife. Now, children, this is going to be the last chapter for the half yearly exams, and in this lesson we will study about importance of forests, types of forests in India, conservation of forests and wildlife. Now, today, children, we will learn about what is forest and importance of forest. So, children, before reading the lesson, let us discuss this question which you all can see on your screen. Write the names of all the wild animals that are found in the Indian forest. So, some very common wild animals found in the Indian forest are tiger, lion, cheetah, leopard, rhinoceros, bear, some snakes, etc. So these are some wild animals found in the Indian forest. Now, children, before reading the lesson, what is a forest? So, children, a forest is a piece of land where many trees grow. So, what is a forest? Forest is a piece of land where many, lots and lots of trees grow. Now, let us start reading the lesson. Whenever we think of forest, a picture comes in our mind of a dark place having thick growth of trees and plants and full of wild animals. Forests have natural vegetation. Natural vegetation means plants growing on their own without any support from human beings. Ideally, one third of the total area of a country should be under forests. At present, only about one fourth of India's total area is under forests. So, children, whenever we think or imagine how a forest should look like, we always imagine forest to be a dark place where there are a lot of thick trees and different kinds of plants. Also, children, forest is full of wild animals. So, this is how a forest should look like. Now, children, forests have natural vegetation. Now, what do you understand by the term natural vegetation? Natural vegetation means those plants and trees that grow on their own without any kind of support from human beings. So that is why, children, it is known as natural vegetation, because human beings are not growing them. They grow on their own. That is why it is known as natural vegetation. Now, children, ideally, one third of the total area of any country should be under the forest cover, should be covered with the forest. And at present, only India's one fourth of its area is under forest cover. So, ideally, it should be one third, but in India, only one fourth of its area is covered with forest, means the forest cover in India is less. Okay, now, next, children, we will learn about the importance of forests. So, forests are useful to us in many ways. We all know, children, forests are very useful to us. We get a lot of things from the trees which are there in the forest. Like, first point, we get timber, firewood, pulp, lac, raisins, gum, herbs, grasses, and leaves from the forest. So, all these things, children, we get from the forest. Now, second point, one of the most important products of the forest is timber. Timber, children, timber means wood. So, it is used for building houses, tools, furnitures, and boats. So, wood, we get it from the trees only. Wood is wood we get from the trees. So, wood is used for making houses, tools, furnitures, and boats. So, wood is a very important product of the forest. Next, children, third point, paper is made from the wood pulp. So, children, wood pulp also we get it from the wood of the trees. So, paper is also made from the trees. Now, fourth point, roots of the trees hold soil in its place, so it prevents soil erosion. So, children, in the previous chapter also, we have studied that the roots of the trees or plants help to bind the soil, helps to hold the soil in its place, and therefore it prevents soil erosion. Soil erosion means, children, when the when the top fertile soil is eroded due to various natural forces or due to human activities, that is known as soil erosion. So, by planting more trees, what will happen? The roots of the plants will hold the soil in its place and thus it will prevent soil erosion. Next, fifth point, children, forests also control floods, so it helps in soil conservation. So, children, again, forests or the trees or the plants, they control flood and therefore it helps in soil conservation or soil preservation. Sixth point, trees of the forest give us oxygen. We all know, children, oxygen is very important for our survival. Without oxygen, we all would die. So, the trees of the forest, they provide us with oxygen, which is very important for our survival. Seventh point, forests keep the air fresh and cools the atmosphere. So, children, the trees of the forest provide us with clean and fresh air, and it also cools down the atmosphere or it also cools down the temperature. Now, eighth point, forests help in causing rainfall. So, children, rainfall is also caused due to the forest. So, this is also a very important feature of the forests. Now, lastly, forests provide shelter and shade to all the animals. So, children, we all know that the wild animals live in the forest. So, forest is a home to many wild animals. So, the forest provides animals with shelter also and with shade also. So, these are some of the importance of forest, children. Now, next we will read types of forests in India. So, there are different types of forests in India: evergreen forest, deciduous forest, thorny forest, tidal forest, and coniferous forest. So, in total, children, there are five different types of forests present in India. And about these forests in detail, we are going to read in the next class. So, children, till then, please read the portion that we have done today, and I will see you in the next class. Thank you, children.